Yes, I'm so excited about this series. So welcome back to my channel. I'm Sabrina Marie or Marie J here on YouTube. And today is the first video of my new series that I'm starting on my channel. If you haven't already seen or heard, on my channel I'm doing a new series where I'm doing like real talk videos. I asked you guys in my last Q&A, and I asked some of you guys on Snapchat as well, if you guys were interested in me doing a series like this, and a lot of you guys said yes, and a lot of you guys were very excited about it. So that's what we're doing today. And this series is basically you guys emailing me. I'm reading out your email to everybody, completely anonymous. So I'm going to read your email to everybody, and I'm going to give you my own personal advice. So you can email me about pretty much anything. It can be about relationships, school, family. So you just email me. I'm gonna have my email right here. I also always leave my email down below in the description box. I also asked if you guys had any catchy names for this series. So this series is going to be called Sabrina Speaks, and one of you guys actually left that in the comment section in my Q&A, and they got the most thumbs up. So that's what the series is going to be called, Sabrina Speaks. So when you email me, make sure that in the subject you put Sabrina Speaks, and then you just write out your email. That way I know right away what the email is about. And I also got this idea from Imani Talks. I mentioned this in my Q&A. Imani, or Dollface Beauty, she does videos like this on her channel all the time, and I love the whole concept of it. So that's where I got this idea from. So now that I've had a very long intro and I've explained what this series is all about, I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into it. I have received, I want to say maybe 10 emails. So for today, I'm gonna go basically in order and just kind of see how many I do today. So the first email that I have right here says, "Hey Sabrina, firstly, I love your channel and all the content. Thank you. I have a small problem that I hope you can help me with. I've been close friends with this girl for about 7 years now. I've grown close to her and her family. A little while ago, she mentioned how her brother jokingly asked for my number. I didn't ever think about her brother in that way until then. We all hung out together, and I started noticing how attractive and great his personality is. I can't help but to question what if. However, I don't want to pursue anything and result with a failed relationship and lose my best friend. Should I ignore my feelings for him for the sake of my friendship?" Wow, I'm like putting myself in your position because I have a very close friend. She's my best friend, and we've been together. We've been best friends since 7th grade. And so I'm trying to picture myself in your shoes and trying to picture what it would be like if she had a brother and if we had a thing. And for me, I feel like that would be weird because I see her as a sister, so I would see him as a brother. But from what you're telling me, it seems that you and her brother aren't very close, so you probably don't really see him as your brother. Now, the tricky thing with that is that, let's say you guys do have a thing together, your best friend might be okay with it at first, but after you and him kind of start going out and hanging out a lot more, slowly but surely your friendship it's not gonna like fade, but you're gonna start hanging out with your best friend a little bit less because you're gonna be hanging out with him. So that's something you definitely have to think about. If I were in your shoes, I would have a talk with my best friend and be like, "Hey, what do you think about your brother and I possibly dating? Is that something that's gonna like be an issue? Might it bother you? Are you okay with it?" You guys have been best friends for 7 years, so that's pretty much almost considering them like family. So I mean, it's really depending on how you feel towards him. Like, do you see him as just your best friend's brother, or do you see him as like a brother to you? I would just stick to keeping your friendship intact, because eventually, honestly, it's gonna end up affecting your friendship in the future if it seems like he's still attracted to you, and if you start hanging around with her and her brother a little bit more, and you see that you're really into him, and your best friend sees that you guys are really into each other, maybe that'll kind of change things up. But since it is rather new, I would just kind of hang on and see where it takes you, and then just kind of go from there. The next email says, hey, my name is blank. I'm 22, and right now at this point in my life, I'm having trouble figuring out who I am and what I want to do with my life. I feel like everyone I know is going places and doing so much with their lives, and I'm just here with no ambitions or no goals. Life is just passing me by, and I just gotta get myself out of this rut. Any advice you have would be great. And thanks for making this a series. I know a lot of people are appreciating it as much as I am right now. XX. Oh, that's so sweet. So I'm also 22, so we're the same age. I do have, you know, school, I work, and I have YouTube. So I do have stuff going on, but believe it or not, I still get into those ruts. The days where I'm just like, what am I doing with my life? Honestly, like, I have those days too, where I'm just like, is what I'm doing right at this moment gonna take me anywhere in the future? Am I going to school, and is it actually gonna pay off? Am I gonna go somewhere with it? Am I gonna go somewhere with YouTube? Like, what is going on? Like, I have so many things going on at once that I just don't even know. I don't know where it's gonna take me. So I feel you on that, and I feel like there are a lot of people out there that are pursuing so many different things, whether it's at work, whether it's they're building their own family, or they're moving into their own place, or, you know, traveling, whatever it is. I feel you. Like, I see people doing all of that, and it can kind of get you into this mood where you're just like, what the heck am I doing, you know? Now, in the email, it doesn't really say anything about, like, if you're like a student, or if you like work, or if you're like a parent. Like, it doesn't really say, so I'm not exactly sure. But anything that you're doing, if you're a student, if you just have a job, whatever it is, just put your all into it. And if you are, first of all, if you have a job and you're not satisfied with your job, and you feel like that's kind of getting you in that kind of rut, and you just don't know where it's going to take you, you don't know if you like it, you don't like going to work, why are you working there? Like, even though I do have those days where I'm just like, is this really going to take me anywhere? I still love doing it, so I'm still going to do it. But there are those days where you just kind of lose creativity, or you're just not into it. I would also maybe try to take a few days to yourself and really sit down and think, hey, what do I want to do? Jot down any ideas that you have. Make plans for your future. That's what I do. I have like a little planner where I just jot down any ideas that I have for the future, anything that's going to help me. Just jot stuff down, kind of talk to yourself, really try to think about what it is that you really want to achieve, and try not to focus on what everybody else is doing. I know that that is very difficult, because I struggle with that even now. But try not to focus on what everybody else is doing, and just focus on what you gotta do. And I'm gonna do one more. So this one says, hey Sabrina, my current situation is very complicated. I need your advice. My friends and family tell me the same thing, but I would like to get advice from someone else. So anyways, I was dating a guy for almost 2 years. We recently broke up not too long ago because he wasn't sure how he felt. He needed time to figure out what he wanted. I gave him his space because I felt as if I wasn't good enough. Point is, as weeks went by, I later found out he was talking to a girl I never really got along with. I was upset, and it got to me because I thought as if I was the one who pushed him away into her. But maybe he's doing this to get me jealous or something. I love him with all my heart. He made me extremely happy, but the fact that he basically left me for this girl really hurt me, and it affected me in a great way, because I honestly thought he was the one. I want to get over him, but everything I do reminds me of him. I want nothing with him, but the problem is I see him like 3 times a week at school. What do you think I should do and ways that will help me get over him? Thanks for listening. I love you so much. I love you too. So girl, I knew it was something when you said he broke up with me not too long ago because he wasn't sure how he felt. And then by reading that you see him 3 times at school, and then in parentheses that's college. Well, you guys are in college, and he says that he needed time or he wasn't sure how he felt. That is already like just reading that, I'm just like, really? Like, okay, so you guys are in college. I'm also a college student. I'm like almost gonna graduate, so I know what the college life is like. I don't think that you should even worry about this guy, because if you guys were together and then he said that he needed a break because he didn't know how he felt, and then he's all of a sudden talking to this girl that you don't like, I think that he might have been talking to her prior to you guys breaking up. I don't know. It's just kind of like, you can't just go from a 2-year relationship to like, okay, I don't know how I feel. Like, I would understand if it was like 2 months maybe, and then he said, okay, I'm not sure how I feel. But 2 years, I don't know, that seems kind of like a long time for a guy not to know how he feels. Like 2 years, come on. So I don't know, if I were in your shoes, I mean, you guys were together for 2 years, so it's not easy to just say, okay, bye, I'm over it. But girl, like, he left your 2-year relationship for this girl. To me, it's not even the fact that you don't like the girl, it's just the fact that he left you for the girl. Like any girl, it doesn't even matter if you like her or not. 2 years to just leave you for somebody else is just like, I do not think that you should feel guilty or feel as if you pushed him away towards her, because chances are he was already leaning that way before you guys even broke up. It's just, that's how some guys are, and it sucks, but try to let him go. There are so many other people out there. You're in college. They're like, focus on yourself. If anything, don't even worry about finding another guy. Like, just focus on school, focus on your future, focus on yourself. Get to know yourself, because you're still young. I'm still young. Yeah, you're in college. Just enjoy your college years. There are plenty of fish in the sea. I hate that term, there are plenty of fish. It's like, I don't want to hear that, but yeah, there are other people out there, and I personally wouldn't worry about him. He left you for somebody else after you guys were together for 2 years. Now, to some people that doesn't seem like, 2 years doesn't seem like a lot, but 2 years for a guy to say, like, I'm not gonna stop saying this, 2 years for a guy to say that he doesn't know how he feels. Just think about that. You deserve so much more and so much better than that. So if for him it was that easy to give up on you after 2 years and go to somebody else, then I think it should be that easy for you as well. Okay, so those are the ones I'm going to leave off with today. Thank you to all of you who have emailed me. I am going to be filming more of these. As a matter of fact, I'm going to film another one right after this, because I got a lot of emails, and I'm so glad that you guys are like really into it. So that is all for this video. Make sure, if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, make sure to subscribe. That way you don't miss out on any future Sabrina Speaks that I do. My email is going to be in the description box. Feel free to email me anything you need advice on, or any topic you want to hear me talk about. If you have any advice for these 3 people, definitely leave it down below in the comment section. It'll be super helpful. If you enjoyed the first video of this little series, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. I love you guys, and I will see you on my next video.